Go live, go live, go live. I should not sing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Excuse me. Goodness, that came out of nowhere. It is Friday morning here in Southern Illinois, and it is amazing and awesome, and I'm excited to be back. Although we did have a wonderful vacation, and I am very excited about that. So, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, and we are live in the Discord server under the weekly live stream members only tab on Discord as well, because I want to make sure that I can do this on YouTube and on Discord. I'm thinking right before Dragon Con, I am going to be closing down both Facebook groups. So just because it's one less thing I need to manage. So promotion is not 100% yet. It's in the works. We'll see. But I am going to VidCon, so it's kind of a promotion. It's like I'm still in customer service or customer support, but they are grooming me for a promotion. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. So today we're going to do a bunch of different things just because I'm me. And so first we're going to work on some papers. I need to grab some paper. Let's just grab the rice paper. Oop, sorry, hit the microphone. Oh, actually, let's grab. I've got so much paper now, you guys, and it's awesome because it's all different kinds. So, yes, and my chair still makes the wonk noise every time I sit down. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. So I'm going to grab some of this paper, and it's kind of growing on me. I wasn't real excited about it. This is the paper that I got on Amazon. Oh, okay, it's sticking. That's okay. We'll work with it. And maybe a couple pieces of glassine. So I'm going to have that. And my table is full of crap. Well, not really crap, just stuff. Okay. So when we left last week, I just left it chaotic in here, and I shouldn't have done that to myself. I should have cleaned it in that way. Because I don't know about you, but when I go on vacation, I clean my house. Like, I make sure there's no dirty dishes. I make sure that the floors are swept, the cat box is clean. Everything's clean before I leave. So that way, when I come home to a clean house, right? Because you already have, the unpacking and laundry and, going grocery shopping and all these things that you need to do after returning from a vacation. So why come home and have to do housework too? So, I still sweep and I still, vacuum and whatever, but as a weekly thing, but it's nice to come home to a clean house. But my studio, it looks like a bomb went off in here. So, I think I'm just going to work with what I got here, and I'll work around it, and we'll just squirk. So, good morning, Lynn. So what we're going to work on this morning, right now, because I'm a big dummy and I put this down on the plate, we're going to just do a pull off of this, if it'll let me. And it is. It's one thing about being That's actually kind of cool. It's just kind of the residual sticky. It gives it kind of a cool texture. I do apologize for any windswept sounds you might hear. It kind of sounds like an ocean in my headphones, but I have to have both the windows open because I don't have the AC hooked up in here yet. So I have a fan running in the background. I have, come on, baby, come on. There we go. But I have both windows open, fan running, and it is super windy here. So I don't know. So we're going to work on making another box like this because this is how this one started. So I haven't put the handle on this one yet. I haven't finished putting the clear coat on it yet. So I need to do that. That'll happen eventually. But I have all my golden fluid acrylics in this one, and then I'm going to put them in this one as well. So they can sit on the shelf for easy access. Because those won't hang up. And I don't have any more little shelves like I do here. So we're going to put them in these boxes. I figure it'll work. So I need to cut the tabs off and gesso this. And this is what I'm going to work on over the weekend and record. So we have that. So I thought I would just start it with you guys because I think I already did. I think I did that one with you guys too. But so I'm just going to take the blade here. Never cut towards yourself. And I think I need to get a blade in here. And save these little scraps because these actually work really well for a book spine. There we go. And granted, you're probably going to have to recut them because it's, not straight because I can't cut straight to save my life. So, super crazy windy there too. Are you guys still having fires and stuff though? Because that would concern me. And I'm going to save these as well because these would make really cool tabs for my file folders. And I'll show you that eventually because you guys are going to get like all the behind the scenes stuff. Everybody else gets it super sped up and you get like the actual explanations and thought processes and all that. So I'm just going to take the sanding block and hit the edges of this really quick. This is the best way to get any fringy bits off your cardboard or foam core. I mean, it's cardboard, it's paper. And what is paper made out of? Wood. So it's logical. And this guy didn't cut very straight, so let's clean him up a little bit. And I don't care if these are perfect. It's not for sale. It's just for me. I do want it kind of straight, So instead of pulling this, just sand it up. There. And it'll give you a better transition. That's really loud in my ears. Hope it's not too loud for you guys. So but I got my new laptop today, or not today, last week, right the day that we left town. my computer guy called and said if my computer was ready. So it was fun to bring it with me, but I didn't actually really do a lot on it because I don't trust high hotel Wi-Fi. You know, it's not secure. So all right. That looks good to me. Now I gotta be careful because I'm wearing my new yoga pants and I don't want to get paint on them. I got 2 new pairs of yoga pants when we went to Paducah a couple weeks ago. I have a box for this, but it's way over on the other side of the room because I don't think ahead. I know the wind is just, it's so flat here. I mean, it's not like prairie flat, like southern Minnesota flat, but it's pretty flat. Okay. This reminds me we have one more coat of that blasphemous, what's that stuff called? Glow-in-the-dark paint. All right, I hope, actually, let's use the black gesso on this one. I need to get more black gesso. I have another bottle of white gesso, but it's out in the studio, the big studio. This is the little studio. Even though this is where I get most of my work done. I need a sponge brush. And I don't know what happened to them. Where did my sponge brush go? Okay, fine. Oh, jeez, that wind, I tell ya. Okay, I just bought sponge brushes. Aha. No, that's the moss. Okay. Aha. I found a sponge brush. I'm just gessoing it, one, because this is kind of shiny. So actually what you can do if you don't have gesso, is grab your sanding block again and just give it a little love and kind of rough up that surface so it's not so shiny. And the tape, you know, we're going to have these issues, but it's on the bottom, and I don't care. So there's that. And just kind of wipe this up. Oh, geez, nice. Yes, I hope you have nice weather tomorrow. Boats are scary when it's windy. Okay. There we go. Ooh, there, see, there's the wind. It's actually blowing my hair. Okay. I'm going to tip this upside down like that. Okay, so we're going to do this side. And we're going to do just a little bit here. I like to try and get at least one coat on, because you can always put a second coat on. And, you know, truly, because we're covering this with paper, one coat would be sufficient. But, You do you. I just I want it to last a while, you know. So the more coats of stuff makes it a little bit more sturdy. Okay, and flip. I can't hold it. There we go. I just popped my shoulder. That actually felt good though. Okay. We'll let this dry. And then we'll focus on the other side. So this is a sponge brush from the dollar store. And you can tell I've used it a lot. But when you're doing gesso or you're like an undercoat, it doesn't really matter. So put them in the baggie. I mean, I sincerely have been using this same brush for like 2 months now. Okay. So just seal it up. If it's going to be a while before you're going to use it, mist it with water on the inside so it stays damp. Because we don't use the M word on these live streams. I'm just going to wipe my hand off and then move this kind of in the center so it doesn't blow off. Okay. I think I'm going to have to angle my cabinet. Okay, so I'm going to put this, up here. There we go. And we're going to grab another board. And part of the reason why I'm using foam core just to use as a workstation and all that is because this is paper. This will come off. So once we get a nice thick layer of just stuff, then we can pull off the paper and use it in mixed media. And then we can put another piece of paper down on it if we want to. I personally am probably going to take 2 pieces of foam core and glue them together. And when you do that, make sure if you use foam core, you don't want to use a solvent-based glue. You want to use just regular PVA, unless it's made for plastic, because it will deteriorate your plastic. I'm trying to find something to mix with here. Would be nice. I have too much stuff on my table still. It's driving me bananas. All right, let's just cut this guy. Oh, wait, what's this? Aha! See, I told you. Oh boy. It's been a while since I've been able to sit down and do this, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Goodness sakes. Because this stuff it's really clumpy. Like, it's like slime. See? It doesn't even have any stretch. I'm not real keen on that. All right. With as windy as it is, maybe this will actually dry before. I'm actually going to put a little bit more water in there. And this is all the paint I have left, so maybe it'll help with that instance too. And I think I threw away that brush. So I do have a pink brush that might work. And then I'll just, come on. It's in with a blue brush. Because I ran out of baggies in here. So I just stuffed it in there. This will work. Because we're just going to go back and hit. Yeah, see, this just has no coverage. I mean, yes, I added water to it, but it should still, it just, yeah, I'm not happy. Just kind of plopping it on there. I don't even know if we're going to be able to see a color change, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we put it under under black light or blue light, whatever you want to call it. So let's use the last of this up, and then I'll let it dry, and then you can just peel the paint out of the container. Usually, sometimes it doesn't want to work, but if you soak it in hot water, um, as hot as you dare put in plastic, thin plastic, um, it should just peel right off. But I'm lazy. I don't want to clean. I got too many, I got a cat and a Michael. Okay, so let's see. Goodness sakes. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to end up painting the edges of this black for the project because I have an idea for this. So let's not even waste the paint. Let's just make sure we have a nice coverage on these squares that need it, and make sure they're nice and even. Excuse me. All right. The only thing that doesn't work is the lids on these. The lids, you like have to actually kind of scrub them. So, um, but I usually don't use the lids, or I don't wash the lids anyway. I'll like soak them in hot water and then rinse them just to get like the flaky stuff off. That's my idea of washing. Or if you're of the nature of wash, where do they get the R? But hey, no judgment. Okay, so I'm going to go from the tape to the edge. There we go, because this is still tape. Just so I don't get that little booble at the end. I'm just trying to make sure I have no hills in the paint. Okay, so that is done. So let's just make this smooth. There we go. And this smooth. Oh, now I got a bubble again. God bless America. Okay, let's just. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to throw this brush away. There we go. I am going to stick the stick in there, stick that there, stick that over there, put the scissors back up. I'm going to close this back up because this still has a brush in it. Oh, Lynn. Well, I hope it's bright and beautiful and sunny and just a glorious day for you. To help comfort you with the sun. Okay, now we can get down to the fun stuff. Let's see. Itch my nose. And bring this over to the drying rack. I'm rethinking this drying rack. But it's working better now that I moved it onto a different shelf. So, okay. Let's get to the fun stuff. Oop. How did this get paper bits on it? Oh well. So the first couple of pulls I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the colors for tonight's color palette challenge. I'm just going to play with some other colors that I haven't had a chance to play with. I'm going to bring down my 2 different brayers, and this is the paper for that. We got to find the paper for our offloading. Okay, hang on. This is the cover. This is like the thing that you take off of a Kleenex box. I was looking at that and I'm like, you know, that's kind of a fun shape. I wonder if I can turn that into a tag. So I kept it. Because I am a goofball like that. Okay. So I'm keeping that. I should make a little folder just for templates. And that's probably what I will do as I organize stuff. Okay, let's get the bubble wrap out of the way. There we go, bubble wrap right there. So when I went to Michael's, excuse me, I got a bunch of like Liquitex basics, but I also got the golden fluid acrylics in quinacridone, nickel azo gold. I got bone black. I got zinc white and the iridescent bright gold fine. So I want to play a little bit just with these colors. And then I've got, for the color palette colors, I got cadmium yellow, medium hue. This is nickel, metallic cobalt blue from Artist Loft, Winsor & Newton vermilion, and then golden alizarin crimson. So those are the 4 colors, and then I'll use the zinc white as well. But I just wanted to play with these a little bit just to do some basic pulls and just see what happens when I go a little crazy. And because these are expensive, but they had buy one get one 50% off, so I figured, well, it's cheaper than Amazon, so let's just go with it. Let's see what kind of, well, this one actually has a seal on it, so this one must be new, because that's one thing that Golden is starting to do now, so I'm told, is they're starting to put seals on their stuff finally. Damn it. Okay, so let's start with the gold. Get it kind of laid out here. And I move to the nickel azo gold. Oh, that's pretty. That looks like rust. That's what that reminds me of. And then we're going to bring it into the black. chill down the mountain there. All right, so we're gonna bring the black up a little bit into the gold, and then we'll just off-cast this. So that's kind of cool. All right, thing I learned, you gotta move quick with this stuff because it's so thin, it dries really fast. So we're gonna go straight to the edge. And with as windy as it is, you have to move really quickly. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay, well, it didn't pull up any of that color, but it left a really cool pattern. That's kind of cool. So let's do that again. But this time we're going to use the zinc white and the black, because I want to see how this one has a seal too. What the deuce? This one has like a hefty seal. Holy Hannah. Okay, hang on. Let me grab my knife. Okay, very gently put this on here. Okay, there we go. Put these in the garbage. Put the lid back on it before I spill it. And wipe this plate off. And put it away. There we go. I might actually put the gold on here too. I don't know. Let's just see what the white and the black do. You have a pile of the tissue. I accidentally, I might actually go see if it's still on top in the garbage. Just because I'm me. Oh boy, I put a little bit too much paint on here. That's okay. So I don't need that much. Goodness, that wasn't even very much. So, but now I know, right? Now I know. Take a little bit of that black off. There we go. Let's get all this black. And we're going to meld the two together. For a more ombre feel. There we go. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pull up the same one, but I'm going to put the black on this end. So the white goes over the other colors. Let's move this out of the way for a second. Try so hard not to get messy, but you know what? If it's not messy, it's not fun, right? Right. Tish the pack rat. Yeah. Well, only if it has a purpose. If it has a purpose, like I can repurpose it, and I can repurpose it within the next 6 months. I threw out so much stuff when I moved that it made me realize that, hey, I only need to hang on to stuff that I can use in the next 6 months. Or if it's something that would cost me money to go out and buy. Like I save packaging because, oh, scheisse. I save packaging because eventually that's going to cost me money. Okay, so this is pulling the paper. That's no bueno. That's okay. We can print over that. But that's how that looks. That's kind of cool. That middle section there with the white. Yeah. So let's pull this paper off. Let's actually just go like this. Hit it with some water. And then I can just kind of take my finger and loosen that up. Good Lord. My phone's just kind of blowing up. All right. Now, here comes the fun part. Pull out. That's not what I wanted, but it'll work. Okay, so we're going to pull this water off. And then, since this paint is not coming up, we are going to do a quick clean. Okay, that guy can go in the garbage. Let's pull out one of these guys. I just want to pat it dry. And then, there we go. Put that right there. And then we're going to take some boxing tape. And we're just going to, hopefully, if I can find the end, there it is. I usually fold the ends up, but I think this one I was just in a hurry. All right, so let's lay this down. And scissors. There we go. And we're going to fold the end this time so I can find the end. And then I'm going to take my stick and just going to brayer that down, get those bits. Hopefully, no, why is it not picking it up? This is the good duct tape brand. This isn't just cheap dollar store stuff. What's the deal? All right, well, let's do another one. I think I might have to just wash the whole thing. That's okay. We can flip it over and use the other side. And actually, I'm okay with this if this doesn't come up, because I know once I start using paint with it and softening this all up, it'll come up. I just don't want it to come up with the color palette that I'm using. I want a kind of a fresh plate. And this has been sitting out, not in a case. So, but this tape will be really cool to use on a project because it is picking up some of the smaller bits. And it's picking up the white that was on here. So, we're going to do one more pull here. And then we'll do one here. So, and then when I clean this side, just by using paint, I will just use a little bit heavier. I'll probably use like cardstock. So it's a heavier paper, so it doesn't pull so easily. But I wanted to show you this I mean, that's kind of cool, right? So, and you can just put matte medium over the top of it to make it so it's not shiny, or hit it with a sandpaper block. So, there we go, and there we are. Now I gotta find a place to put it until I can find a place to store it. Okay, so I have the plastic cover on this side. So, let's put it on this side so it doesn't stick to my tabletop. And if you want it to stick, just loop up some tape and do it that way. This way you have both sides of your jelly plate able to be used. Okay, so there we go. Now we got, it doesn't look clean, but it is clean. All right. My camera's crooked. Or I'm crooked. Well, I'm not crooked. I'm just a little bent. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just lay down some color. And we're going to do some white, some yellow, and some teal. Nope. It's been a minute since I've used this. There we go. Great minds think alike, right? Right. Okay. So let's start with the white. Get into the yellow. Oh wow, I'm getting some cells going on. That's kind of cool. I was thinking of doing some bubble wrap. So we might actually do some bubble wrap in this side. There we go. Because I haven't used this side yet, so that's why I'm getting the cells. It still has that manufacturer oil on it. So let's lay down this. Okay. Now if I can grab it without, there we go. And let's do it on this shiny paper. And I want to do, yes, I want to do it this way. Okay. Now this paper is supposed to have a coating on it, so it's not supposed to like pull up. All right, cool. That looks really cool. So we're gonna put that down on the floor because that's what I have available right now. And then let's do a little bit of the quinacridone. What is this? No, this is Alizarin Crimson. There we go. And then this is the Vermilion, which it's more orange than red, I think, but we're going to roll with it. And then let's do some of this white right here. And we're going to do the middle first on this one, because I want to do the dark. I want to break up that dark with some of this light color. And then we're going to ombre it. And we're going to just go right into the white. Okay. And then we're going to pull this back. There we go. Get that tape out of my way. Hey! Oh, now I'm knocking stuff over. See? Damn it. Damn it. It's okay. At least I didn't get paint on my pants. That's all I'm really caring about right now. So I'm going to push this back up so we can heal that little blobber. There we go. Now we're going to take that same piece of paper and I'm going to put the white on the white. There we go. Okay, and pull it off. There we go. We've got all the colors in the color palette on one piece, and it looks really cool. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll probably coffee stain it and leave it the way it is. And I'm going to take this piece of paper that had the pull on it, and we're just going to lay it this way. Get the rest of that paint off of there. And maybe cover up where that paper peeled off. There we go. Nope. It's still too dry. Okay. Well, let's go with it. Let's roll with it, baby. Okay, so let's do a little bit of this zinc white. Actually, you know what? We're going to use this. This is the bone black. Let's use a little bit of this and see what happens. We're just going to put it just to help lift this off. There we go. Because I really like the white on black. I don't know. I've been watching some other jelly print artists, and I've been watching some other artists, and I'm almost starting to do the whole black and white thing and then pops of color. I don't know, it's like appealing to me. That was the one thing about this last weekend, was there wasn't as many artists as I was hoping there would be. So that looks really cool, because I got the selling action from it. So that's cool. All right. Let's do another piece of paper. This time, let's put the red. This is the Alizarian Crimson. Oops, that got a little gloopy. And then I'm going to put gold in the middle, but we're going to put the turquoise on this side. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow so the gold has some background. So I'm going to spread this out a little bit. And the black is still on my brayer, so it's darkening it up, which I'm okay with, right? I mean, I think it looks cool. And then we're going to take this little bit of gold and we're just going to put a little bit, like 3 drops. Okay, 4. This 4th one, so let me out. Okay, so then we're going to take this yellow and gold, and then we're going to blend it, kind of move it over, and then I'm going to off brayer. Oh, a little town of Bethlehem. I'm at the Christmas music. Okay, so I'm going to move this. And then we're going to blend this in like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with this. I got a lot right there, so. So. And then we're going to bring it over. There we go. I think I'm going to leave this just like it is. I'm not going to put any texture into it because I think we're going to just lay this down like that. There we go, and peel it up. And then, this paper wants to curl, and I'm not real happy with that. But at least it went on the paper and not on the carpet. All right, let's put some white down. Where'd my other brayer go? I thought I pulled that down. I guess I didn't. All right. And I'm going to kind of leave this kind of splotchy just because I'm me. And this is starting to swell up. So I'm going to take this and we're going to put it over this black one. Kind of clear the palette, so to speak. Let's see if I can pick this up right here. Okay, quit being wrinkly. There we go. There we go. Did that pick up? Got it. Cool. So, well, look at that middle. That middle is just cool. The end is really cool too. because you see that texture in the cells. So this one is a good one to coffee stain. All right, now let's see. We used the red, so we need to use that red. And what am I missing? 2 reds, the yellow. Let's do this bright red. Okay. And then let's do a little bit of this white. Okay, and then we're going to put gold in with it as well. There we go. Let's see. Come on. Oops. It's still really wet. Okay, so let's do the white first. And then we're going to off brayer a little bit here. And then let's get this. Golden red, the vermilion. Oh wow, that looks really cool. Let's move this over here. Let's put this on top of here. Oh yeah. There we go. That's pretty cool. Okay, and let's bring this down. I kind of like the lines. So let's add a few more. Let's just take our spatula. Let's draw a few random lines here to go with the lines that are already forming on there. And then let's take, and we're going to pull, let's pull this section here, just like that. Okay. And then we're going to come back with the same thing, and we're going to just layer it right here. I'm going to pull that. There we go. So we kind of did a double pull on the end there. There's a lot of paint on there. But I think after I coffee stain it, it'll look even better. So there's that. And then let's do another white over the top. I'm on a white streak. What the heck? Okay. Thank you, Lynn. I'm having fun with the different consistencies and qualities of the paints. So let's get this. We're just going to hit this with the white. I'm going to leave as much of the little blobs as I can because I kind of like it. I'm kind of liking the little blobs today. Okay, and where did that one go? So you don't have to do like a whole hole off of a big plate like this. You can just do to where you want. Pick up the paint you want to just, rework some papers that you weren't really pleased with. Now, see, I like that a lot better now because it's got the texture from the cells. And then I'm going to do one more on this end. Oops, it's not letting down. Go where I tell you to go. There you go. So I'm just going to pull this here just to kind of help bring out some of the other colors that are underneath maybe. See, yeah, that's cool. I like how it transitions. And see, these big papers, I'm not going to use like the whole paper. I'm going to use sections of it. So if I like the majority of the sections on it, and it's got that gold sheen, and the turquoise has the turquoise sheen to it. So yeah. Yeah, sure, you betcha. Okay. Let's use the nickel azo gold on this now. Pull up some of this, and we're going to use a fresh sheet of paper. Yeah, there's a lot of paint on me too. I don't know how to art cleanly. This is just how I roll. This is why I don't take a shower Friday mornings until after the live streams. Because I know me. Now this is really going to be cool because this is going to have some cells in it because it's selling up. It's kind of a rust color, but then it's got the red and the gold and so we're going to let that sit for a minute so we can get some of that cell action. Clean the brayer off. I'm going to grab this piece of paper that's got a oopsie daisy on it from the other stuff. So we're going to lay this paper down. But I think I got 2 pieces of paper. That's going to be enough for tonight's color palette challenge. That they all fall into that color scheme. And I'm going to be making, I don't know what I'm making with it. Maybe I'll just make another book. And this time I'll be a little bit more prepared. I'll take my zinc and my magnesium and my potassium because all of them are needed. Oh my goodness. This looks so cool. I'm so grateful I bought that color because that is really cool. I'm so happy. So, and it's got a little bit of the turquoise in there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sure you betcha. Okay, so I think I'm going to check that box later on. I have to go out to the studio and grab some things to finish up other projects. But yeah, these papers, I think I'm gonna coffee stain this one for sure, because I think actually let's do that right now. I move this guy and I'm gonna put him back in the case so I can put him back where he belongs. Okay, sorry, I'm a crazy girl. So I'm gonna put this down so the surface stays decent. I'm gonna put it back in its case, and then I'll go back on my shelf because I have other plates that I want to play with. But I want to show you just how cool this might be. And then I have these off papers too that have the same colors that. So I just take a little bit of this coffee stain and we're just gonna go over the areas that need some love. And now my studio will smell like coffee. And you can even hit it with, well, that was still wet paint. There we go. There we go. With a distressed oxide, like a brown or something, and then hit it with water. We can still actually do that too. But this is just quick, cheap, and easy, And then what I usually do is like these puddles, I just kind of go back and boop them. So there's not like built up of color. And then I'm going to show you. This is one of I call these my booping rigs. But this is one of my booping rigs. I mean, how cool is that? And it's the shop towel, white towels, so they're sturdy, but I could really easily use this in some mixed media. So I'm not throwing this away. Yes, Tish, the pack rat. But I could make something with this. You put some clear gesso on it to give it some meat, so it's stiff.
That's what she said.
And you've got something you can work with on other things. It's almost like and it has a fabric feel to it. So, okay. Now do you see the difference? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. But it's just it just tones down the white, so it's not like, a Minnesotan's legs in the spring, But I'll let this dry. I'll use this piece of paper and then, I'll just do another book. And then this is the other one. So maybe I'll just hit this with some distressed oxide, like brown and black or something, and then hit it with water. Because the metallic will still come through. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll coffee stain this one too. Because I like it the way it is. I just don't like the white. So, because that has a lot of movement and texture and stuff in it as it is. I almost don't want to do another print over it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, I could actually sit here all day and just make papers and just have fun with it. But I have enough paper. So I said, only make 2, Tish. Only make 2. Well, I made 2 plus 2 off-cast papers, which turned out really cool too. So, go play. Go have fun. We're only here for a short time. And make the best of it. Don't sweat the small shit. you know. And I just, go out there, have fun, and remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness. Maybe. I buried my mouse. Okay, there it is.